Okay, so here we go. Okay, fifth graders, you guys ready? I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna write down 4 words. And I want you to think, is this a word I know? Is this a word I kind of know? Is this a word I don't know? Okay, just think in your mind. I'm gonna write them all down, okay? So let's just go first. Let me see. Contribute. You could even write it down on your piece of paper if you want to too. Describe. Excerpt. And cause. And right now, fifth graders, I want you to look at these 4 words. Are you thinking about them, Muhammad and Jason? I can tell Jason's like really thinking about them. And I want you to think, is this a word that I would say is a number 1 word? I call it a number 1 word, or today we're gonna call it a number 1 word. It means a thumbs down word. I do not know this word, okay? Thumbs down word. Is this a number 2 word for me? And a 2 word would be like, I kind of know. Or is this a number 3 word? This is like a word, thumbs up, I really know. Take a second and look at these 4 words. Is it a 1 word? Is it a 2 word? Is it a 3 word? Is it a 1, 2, or 3 for these 4? Okay. I want you to pick one of them. Do you guys pick one? I want you to pick one that you think is either a 2 or a 3. Okay? And I want you to ask yourself, teachers, we're not even in the thick of it right now, and I'm already thinking of like different things I would change. But I want you to think, if it's a number 2 word, it means that you can give a definition, okay? Give a definition, and I can give an example. That would make it a number 2. So do you guys still think your word is a number 2? Can you give a definition or can you give an example? Can you say this word means, for example? What do you guys think? Do I have any brave souls who can try it? Let me give an example. So if I wanted to, I'm going to use...
Contribute means to give.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. You guys started it without me. So you gave the definition. Now could you give an example? For example.
I contribute to society.
That's amazing. I contribute to society. Can I give you a trick? Can I see? Not a trick, but can I add one more thing? Whoever just said that. Do you think you could give another example or tell me another thing that contribute means? Like what else? I can contribute to society. Is it easy for you to say something else about it?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay, Muhammad, what else could you say about it?
I contribute money to the church for poor and sick.
I could say.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
I can contribute my money to my.
Beautiful.
Actually, never mind.
Oh, Muhammad, I like that you were willing to say never mind. Can I show you guys something that I'm trying to do? So when I look at words, and teachers, that was just a really brief warm-up, honestly, to see how we did with the academic vocabulary here. But Ghent, fifth graders, Muhammad, when you said actually never mind, if it's a number 1 word and we don't know it, that means I can't say any of these things. If it's a number 2 word, usually number 2 words, I can give both of these things. I can give an example and give a definition. To make it a number 3 word, usually to make it the number 3, I have to be able to say something else. I have to be able to give more than one definition, or I have to give another example. Number 2 is good. A kind of know is good, right? A kind of know means that I can give the definition and example. And the number 3 is I really know it. I can talk all about this word with lots of different examples. Does that make sense, fifth graders? So today we're gonna do some work. Muhammad did it as a 2. I can see it, Muhammad, you're showing me. That was a 2. Contribute was a 2. Okay, so that was our little warm up. Teachers, that was part 1. That was me just trying to do a little something with academic vocabulary. this was the only grade level I did that with. With the other grade levels, we just jumped into part 2, okay? 5th graders, are you ready for part 2? Do you have your piece of paper ready? Does everybody have their piece of paper ready in front of them? I'm gonna write down 6 words right now, and I want you to write them down on your piece of paper, okay? So I'm gonna write down 6 words, and you're gonna copy these 6 words onto your sheet of paper. If I can get my marker, here we go. Here's the 6 words. Reach, towers, sheets. Actually, I think we're gonna, we'll do all of them. Glacier, tumble, and traffic. I'm very intentionally keeping this low tech, teachers, but I also want them to write down the words, because I also know there's power. And sometimes when we just give words to kids, if they're not writing them down, they're not also getting the acquisition of even just the way that the word goes. So 5th graders, did everybody write down all 6 words? Mohammed, you've got 6 words? Okay, now next to each word, you have to put a 1, 2, or 3. Is it a 1 word? Is it a I don't know word? Is it a 2 word, I kind of know word? Or is it a 3 word, I really know it? And remember, a 2 means you can give the definition and an example. A 3 means you can say more than one definition, more than one example. So right now with your list, a 1, 2, or a 3. Okay, go ahead and write that down really quickly. Doesn't have to be all that quickly. Did you guys all get that? Reach, towers, sheets, glacier, tumble, traffic. I'll put them in our chat too, just so that we have them. Okay, so we have our 6 words: reach, towers, sheets, glacier, tumble, traffic. Okay, here we go. 5th graders, you have your list. You're set to go, Miles? We're gonna do a read aloud, and I'm gonna read a new text to you, Michael. And as I read this text, Giselle, we're gonna get to these 6 words. And when we get to the 6 words, we're gonna circle the word if we put the right number next to it. If we didn't put the right number next to it and we think, oh, actually, I think it might be a 1 or 2, or I think it might be a 2, then we put an underline next to it. So we circle it if our number was right. We underline it if our number wasn't right, or if we wanted to change our number. Here we go. So I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna read to you guys, and let's be on the lookout for these new words, okay? It says Mount Everest's death zone. Last year, 73-year-old Tame Watanabe of Japan became the oldest woman to climb Mount Everest, the world's tallest mountain. In 2010, 13-year-old Jordan Romero of California became the youngest to reach the top. I saw one of our words.
I saw reach.
Okay, let's look at it here. Of California became the youngest to reach the top. Did you put a 2 or a 3? What does and I'm looking here, I'm looking reach. I thought reach was like to reach with your hand, like to reach the top shelf. But I think this might be different. So I thought reach was to use your hand to grab something, or to use your hand to touch something. I don't think he was using his hand.
It's like to arrive at something?
Yeah, I think it might mean to get to or to survive. So I think I need to change my number 3 to a number 2. I think I need to change that number. So I'm not going to circle it. I'm going to underline it, okay? Because I think my 3 now became a number 2, because I don't think it means the same thing I thought it meant, okay? So I'm going to underline it. Let's keep going. All sorts of people of varying abilities. You could even add some new words. Varying, that's a hard one. Abilities scale the massive mountain in Asia these days. That may not be a good thing for Everest or the climbers. Last year, more than 500 people reached the top of the Himalayan mountain, which towers 8,850 meters above sea level.
Towers?
Towers.
Towers.
5th graders, let's think about that word towers. What did you think the word towers meant, Hector? What were you thinking when I wrote down towers?
Like
It's
the
not, it meant
be
like
above
the,
something.
like Twin Towers at least.
Yeah, I was
A big
thinking
tower.
building. I was thinking buildings too. And I heard one of you say, who was it? I think somebody said above something.
I said it
Oh,
above.
Michael, yeah, I think you were right. When something towers, it goes above. Yeah, towers above. But I was definitely,
It goes really high.
I was thinking of buildings, but it goes high, high, high. Are you guys getting the idea? Words have different meanings. Words have lots of meanings. Okay, let me keep going. Teachers, we're just getting a feel for it. I'm just gonna go keep rolling and give them a few more and then teach a strategy. While it's a great achievement to scale Everest, it can sometimes cause problems for the climbers and the mountain itself. Everest is changing. Why is Everest becoming more dangerous to climb? One
Global
reason
warming.
is changes in its environment. Much of the mountain is covered in huge sheets of ice.
Sheets.
Wait, let's stop. Let's be honest. Let's be honest for a second. Jody, what did you think the word sheets meant when I wrote it down? What did you think? What were you picturing? Or Gent, do you want to share? Giselle, what were you thinking?
I was thinking sheets of paper.
Oh, I was thinking sheets on the bed. What else were people thinking?
Thin layers of something.
Thin layers of
Over with.
wow. Thin layers?
I was actually thinking of bed sheets too.
Oh, Hector, I was thinking of bed sheets. But it's not. It's different. It's thin layers of something. I think whoever said that. So let's just go back. Sheets of ice. It might also be like sheets of ice might be like little like bits of ice or like lines of ice or patches of ice. Okay. Do you guys get the idea? Called glaciers. And then it says, lastly, warmer temperatures in the region have been melting these glaciers. I could pause and think that's a new word. Did anybody have a number 3 for glaciers? I didn't. I had a number 1 next to it. I didn't really know what it meant. Jason, what'd you have? Hold it up. Let me see. 2? Jason had a number 2. Okay. So let's pause there. Teachers, you get the idea. I'm not even going to get through all of them. You get the idea of what we were doing. I want to finish one. I'm going to do one more thing with them. I also, teachers, no, I wasn't doing that read aloud to focus on argument and like all the other skills. I really was just doing it based on the words. I think especially in those weeks after break, we can do full vocabulary read alouds or even a part of it. I was going to do one more little part. You don't want to do it for like an hour, but doing a read aloud that's simply focused on the vocabulary could be powerful. 5th graders, back to you. You know what we just learned, Hector? When you said bed sheets and then somebody else said sheets of paper and somebody else said they were thinking of sheets like a thin layer of something, or was somebody else thinking a sheet cake? Have you heard of a sheet cake before? Or even, oh my gosh, baking sheet, what you cook on? There are all these different types of sheets. And you know what it reminds me, readers, 5th graders? That there are a lot of words that mean more than one thing. And when we get to words, we might know the word, but we have to ask ourselves, is this a word that I really know? And do I know what the word means right here? Can I tell you a secret before we move on to our next thing? I'm going to give you a strategy to help you with new words. Do you guys think you know what the word run means? Who thinks they know what run means?
Me.
Mohammed, I think. But wait. How many different definitions of run can you think of in your mind? Don't tell me, but hold it up. Well, I'm going to ask Google really quick. 1 second. Hold it up. Hold up how many different definitions, or put it in the chat. And you can hear me ask Google. Hey, Google, how many definitions are there for the word run?
Here's what I understood from the website npr.org. The word run has 645 meanings. Do you want a little more context?
I don't know if you heard that. Did you hear that, Jody? 645 different definitions. Lauren, Miles, I'm using adults' names now. Stop Google, 645 different definitions. So readers, it's really important that we have strategies to help us figure out words, even if we think we know what they might mean, Hector. Can I end by giving you guys a strategy for when we get to words that we're not sure of, like number 1 or number 2 words? Or if we get to the word sheets, Hector, and we think, this isn't talking about beds. So what could the word sheets mean right here? I have a really good strategy for you guys that I'm going to show you that I think will help you with any words or any texts that you read. Okay? Are you guys ready for it? So readers, when I get to a word we don't know, when I get to a new word that I don't know, I ask myself 2 questions. First, I stop and I say, what does this word mean? Or is this bed sheets? I'm a little bit confused right here. So after I stop, Alex, I ask myself 2 questions. Here are my 2 questions. I stop and I ask myself, what is the job of this word? And I say, is this word an action? Is this word used to name a thing? Is this word a description? And of course I can put the part of speech, but right now I'm just worried, is it a thing? Is it an action? Is it description? And then I say what other words would fit. So after I say what's the job and then what other words would fit, I start to plug in other possibilities and I end by saying, well, what best fits? Let me give you guys an example. So if I look, let's go back. Let's go back here. Can we go back to this article? It's just a printed copy. It's the same one. And I didn't stop at this word, but I was a little bit confused because I thought the word, you guys ever seen this word before? I thought it's what you get on to track how much you weigh. I thought it was for my weight. I was like, I thought it was going to tell me how heavy something was. But it says right here, it says, while it's a great achievement to scale, Everest, it can sometimes cause problems. And it was back right here too. Varying abilities scale the massive mountain. So readers, Gazelle, I can tell you're really thinking here. Me too. I have to say, what's the job of this word? And I have to say, well, okay, the job, is it a thing? And maybe I'm going to go here. Well, while it's a great achievement to pencil Everest, while it's a great achievement to boots Everest, well, it's a great achievement to cars Everest. I don't think it's a thing. Do you? I don't think it's a thing. Could it be a description? Well, I think it's a great achievement to hot Everest. Well, I think it's a great achievement to cold Everest. Well, I think it's a great achievement to snowy Everest. Might fit. I'm getting no's. Let's try action. Well, it's a great achievement to run up. Well, it's a great achievement to jump Everest. Well, it's a great achievement to walk Everest. Well, it's a great achievement to hike Everest. Well, it's a great achievement to climb Everest. What do you guys think? Is it an action?
Yes,
Yes.
climbed.
Did you see that it's not just an action? I thought of other words that would fit. What are like 3 words that could fit there? Let's say 3 words that could fit. Climb is one. What's another word?
Hike.
Hike. What's another word?
Hike.
Jump.
Jump up, walk, crawl. Crawl. They might crawl up Everest. I agree. So readers, which one do we think best fits?
Climb.
Climb.
Climb, or hike. I like hike and
Hike.
climb.
I think hike.
Run.
Yeah. Do you guys like this trick? Can we try it for one more word? Teachers, can we do you think they can do it for one more word? I think they can too. Let's look at one more. Let's look at, we're going to go to a part we haven't read yet. Okay. We're going to go to a part we haven't read yet, but that's okay because we're just going to focus on the word. And let me show you this. Okay. 5th graders, let's get ready to try our strategy. So there's this part about garbage and it says, because of increased human traffic, doesn't mean traffic like cars. I've got a hint. It's a different type of traffic, isn't it, Jason? It's not a traffic jam with cars. It's human traffic. It means like the humans that go. Garbage is piling up on the mountain slopes. Okay. Oh, that wasn't the word I was looking for. Sorry. Hang on one second. Where was the word? Oh, I went ahead of myself. Sorry, teachers. Ignore that. 5th graders, ignore that. I could get back to traffic in a second. I did the wrong one. This is the one I had planned for, and it wouldn't matter, but I'm just going to stick with it. Let me go back. It says right here, the part I was looking for is, as it gets warmer, more debris tends to fall down, says American Climbing Guide. Okay, so let me go back. As glaciers melt, snow, ice, and rock tumble down the mountain in huge avalanches. These snow slides can injure or even kill climbers. As it gets warmer, more debris. More debris. Let's focus on this word. First of all, don't tell me what it means yet, Jason. First, we've got to say, what's the job? Type it in the chat if you think you know the job. I'm going to test them out. Sometimes I like to say, is it description? And let me move this. So is it description? Hot, cold, runny. As it gets warmer, more hot tends to fall. I don't think it's description. More cozy tends to fall. More, I don't think it's that. Is it an action? Is it an action? More running starts to fall? More
No.
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 What do we think it is? Oh, you guys.
Something.
More,
What thing?
yeah, more sheets
Waste.
start to fall. More
Waste.
papers start to fall. More ice starts to fall. Okay,
More snow.
so now we know the job. What other words could fit? What other words would fit here? As it gets warmer, more
Waste.
waste starts to fall. Good. More stuff starts to fall. More
Ice.
rocks start to fall.
More snow.
More
No.
snow starts to fall. You guys get
More
the idea.
ice that is
Yes,
very
more-
sharp.
What'd you just say?
Like those ice that's like very sharp and like a pointy.
Yeah, more. We call them icicles, I think is the word you're looking for.
Icicles.
Ice that has a
Icicle.
pointy end that starts to fall. So which one do we think best fits? As it gets warmer, more garbage starts to fall. More ice starts to fall.
Agree.
More
More
like
ice.
snow and ice.
More snow and ice. Oh my goodness, fifth graders, you are so smart. Teachers, they did a great job with that. Whenever you get to a word you don't know, ask yourself, what's the word's job? Is it a thing, action? Is it description? And what other words fit? I use that strategy as an adult. You can use it for the rest of your life. And don't forget that words mean more than one thing. Sometimes words that we think are thumbs up words, Muhammad, become a thumbs middle word because we say to ourselves, it's not what I thought it meant, so we go in the middle. And if we've got a thumb down word, don't get scared. Just use our strategy. Ask what's the job and what else could fit. And then that will help you tackle all sorts of vocabulary. Okay?